Welcome back. More people are turning to artificial intelligence for help with money. Asking financial advice is now the second most common use for AI, according to a new Credit Karma survey.
But here's the question. Can you actually trust the results? Consumer reporter Josh Dorowitz here in your corner with what you need to know before you bank on the answers that AI spits out for you. Good morning,
exactly.
Josh.
Good morning to both of you. Second only to health and wellness questions, by the way, if you were wondering. But yeah, people are using ChatGPT and other generative AI platforms as a sort of financial advisor for everything from budgeting advice to investment strategies. But before you act on any recommendation, experts say it's important to know the risks.
It just kept downward spiraling and the interest payments started creeping up.
We often share stories from viewers dealing with debt.
I didn't really have experience with credit cards before.
And more importantly,
I have 100% rethought my spending.
How they've started digging out.
I can see that amount going down, which is definitely a good feeling.
But none ever sought out a solution quite like this. 66% of Americans recently surveyed by Intuit Credit Karma say they have used AI like ChatGPT for financial advice. And it's not just a one-off. An overwhelming majority say they use it often for financial guidance and feel it's a way to ask questions they'd be too embarrassed to ask anyone else.
I like it because it does have that empathy.
Thomas Nitchie with the nonprofit credit counseling agency Money Management International says he sees it as a kind of next-level Google search. So like theoretically, I could sit down and be like, hi, I'm mid-30s in Philadelphia with this much credit card debt, and here's my monthly income. Give me a monthly budget strategy.
Yeah, essentially, it'll ask questions about what type of debt it is and what are the interest rates, and it does tend to ask follow-up questions. It does prompt you to sort of take the next step, which is what we find a lot of our clients suffer from, that sort of financial decision paralysis of like, I'm just overwhelmed, I just don't know what to do next.
He says results can often point people toward professional help like MMI's credit counseling, which can then actually help you take action. But he cautions it does have its limitations. Sometimes these results are just plain wrong, or the services it recommends might not always be reputable. ChatGPT has a disclaimer saying as much, and so does Google's Gemini, which included this disclaimer when I asked for advice on saving for retirement.
It can help organize your finances, it can give you suggestions, but at the end of the day, it's not infallible. So it is important to still do your homework, do your due diligence, especially if you're going to be working with a company, or if it suggests a particular strategy, get some validation of that from another source too.
Yeah, and a little more than half of the respondents in this survey did admit that they had made a poor financial decision or a mistake based on the information they'd received in their results.
So you gotta be careful. Maybe, it could be a good launching point for getting information.
100%, 100%, especially if it's a question that frankly you don't want to go ask someone else.
Yeah.
Sure, start there, but don't end there. I would say it's a coach, not a calculator, right? So just with that in mind, use it responsibly.
And privacy concerns, putting too much information into these
Good
things?
question. Yeah, because certainly all of these platforms store a ton of data because they're trying to refine the results. But yeah, you want to be careful exactly what you're putting in there. You're not going to have the same kind of privacy standards that, say, an actual financial advisor would have. So keep that in mind too. Yes.
Thanks, Josh.
Advice as always. Thank you, Josh.
And to contact Josh, you can always fill out our consumer complaint form by scanning that QR code right there on your screen, or by going to cbsphiladelphia.com/inyourcorner.